Hi, you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K, broadcasted from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. The advent of the jet engine was a revolution for the mass transit of human beings around the planet. However, it created an unforeseen biological calamity. Jet planes offered the ability to speed through time zones faster than our 24-hour internal clocks could ever keep up with or adjust to. Those jets caused a biological time lag, jet lag. As a result, we feel tired and sleepy during the day in a distant time zone because our internal clock still thinks it is nighttime. It hasn't yet caught up. If that were not bad enough, at night we are frequently unable to intimate or maintain sleep because our internal clock now believes it to be daytime. I'm reading a few excerpts from a book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, PhD. He explains about his personal experience while traveling from San Francisco to London, where, while it took him a week to recover from the jet lag, he had to head back to San Francisco, where it took him another week to recover from the flyback. And now, while I'm recording the show, if you guys notice something unusual, that should be blamed on the jet lag I'm experiencing just coming back from Europe.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
And now from Rio de Janeiro, Antonio Adolfo, Salt Song and Kaksanga.
Hi, this is Pragnya, Wakhlu, and you're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. I'm a singer-songwriter from New Delhi in India, and my new album Lessons in Love is just out, which is what you're listening to right now. So Lessons in Love is about the different ups and downs we go through in every relationship in our lives, and the one thing that we learn from each of these, which is a lesson about life or love or about ourselves. So this is my most vulnerable album yet, but it's also an album that is able to connect to a lot of people that are going through something similar. And it's a mixed bag of funk, rock, jazz, pop, and some indie. And I think you'll really enjoy it because we've collaborated with this Australian guitarist called Marcos Villalta, who's played some amazing solos on this album. I truly believe that music is something that transcends all barriers and can touch anybody, be it from any part of the world. And I hope my music is able to do that with you, touch a chord in your heart. So enjoy, and do follow me on Instagram at Pragnya Wakhlu, PRAGNYAWAKHLU. Ciao.
We're not going to miss the opportunity to learn some lessons in love. Let's listen to Fallin', Akele Hi Sahi, and Nice Guy.
Sometimes I wonder if this was meant to be, or should I just treasure the now? But then you kiss me, reason seems to flee. Oh, would you come back for me somehow? I know it's something you don't want to deal with. Maybe it's not the time. But all I've got to ask of you is just one question. Would you ever be mine? I know it's something you don't want to deal with. Maybe it's not the time. But all I've got to ask of you is just one question. Would you ever be mine? Would you? Would you? अकेले ही रहेंगे हम कर कोई साथी ना हो दिल टूटने का क्या है गम बस एक शाम तेरे नाम कुछ यादें ही सही तुम ना हो पर एहसास तुम्हारा है हर कहीं तुम ना हो पर एहसास तुम्हारा है हर कहीं I'm so into you, you don't even have to try. Don't tell me you didn't see that look in my eye. Why do you have to be such a nice guy? Why do you have to be such a nice guy? Each time I see you, I play that scene in my brain. I know you want me, but my love's all in vain. Why do you have to be such a nice guy? Why do you have to be such a nice guy? And I know this useless pursuit will free my mind yet break my wings, but I was never a friend of reason anyway. like you were hungry for a snack. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet, boy, you're gonna keep coming back. But then you're a nice guy. You gotta go and be a nice guy. I guess I should just leave now, 'cause it's all in my mind. Maybe one day when you sit down, you'll take the time to find what you really want. Oh, what you really need. And maybe, just maybe, the answer is me. And I know this useless pursuit will free my mind yet break my wings, but I was never a friend of reason anyway. And I know this useless pursuit will free my mind yet break my wings, but I was never a friend of reason anyway.
Hello, my name is Michael Hoppe, and you are listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K.
An English composer and producer, Michael Hoppe, living beneath Mexican stars. Let's listen to this brilliant piece of music. Life is better than listening to a commercial radio station playing endlessly a few resembling songs. If you feel that way, you came at the right place. Light Lounge with Dimitri K plays the best award winners and independent artists around the world. And now, let's go back for a minute on the theme at the beginning of the show, the jet lag and its consequences. Scientists have studied airplane cabin crews who frequently fly on long-haul routes and have little chance to recover. Two alarming results have emerged. First, parts of their brains, specifically those related to learning and memory, had physically shrunk, suggesting the destruction of brain cells caused by the biological stress of time zone travel. Second, their short-term memory was significantly impaired. They were considerably more forgetful than individuals of similar age and background who did not frequently travel through time zones. Well, next time you see your air flight captain, cheer him up. He may need it. A fine pianist and great composer, Luis Colaiannia, is our guest tonight. Welcome to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. Luis.
Hey Dimitri, thank you so much for having me here on the Light Lounge with you. I always enjoy being here with you, man. It's a great show and really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share my new music. And hey, thanks for the great intro, man. That was really cool. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Luis. The tune we just heard, One Day at a Time, was written during the pandemic. Obviously a tough time for most of us. Was music the way you managed to cope up with the reality?
Yes, One Day at a Time was written during the pandemic, and music is definitely the way it helped me cope with that reality, and music is the way I cope with reality every day. I mean, it's just such a crazy world we're living in right now. I don't know what's going on, but I escape in my music. I admit it. That's my thing. I escape, and but I was hoping that One Day at a Time was pretty much an optimistic kind of a song. My thought was that, even though things are really hard and it was really dark times during that pandemic, I thought if we all just helped each other out and just focused on putting one foot in front of the other and living one day at a time, that eventually we'd get through all of this together. So that was what was behind One Day at a Time.
This is a great message. Let's get through all of this together. Listening to Dreaming. Your music comes and goes like clouds in the sky. The day is gone, but the great melody stays with us long after. Did I get the right feeling?
It's really amazing that you say that, because I believe music comes from somewhere. I don't think it's mine. I think it's out there in the universe, and I just tap into it. All the composers, we just tap into that music, and it's kind of like clouds in the sky. I mean, for me, when I'm writing a song, it's kind of like that space when you first wake up and you remember a dream, but as soon as your feet hit the ground or you think about something, you don't ever remember that dream again, but there's that little space in there, and I think that's where, for me anyway, the music comes from. So yeah, you said it perfectly, man. Comes and goes like clouds in the sky, and I hope the melody stays with us forever.
We're listening Along the Road. As I understand, a song of thanks was written for your first piano teacher. What a great way of saying thank you to someone. What was it that created that strong connection between both of you?
Yeah, you know, A Song of Thanks, such an important song for me. My first piano teacher, Delome Kirshner, was such an important influence in my life, and we remained friends up until she passed away here recently. But what really happened, I think, that cemented, for me anyway, the relationship, was when I was a kid taking piano lessons. I had a really hard time learning this piece of music by Rachmaninoff. And Mrs. Kirshner said, you know, if you stop playing the notes and just play the music, you'll be just fine. Well, I thought she was crazy. I mean, what do you mean stop playing the notes? I didn't understand it. When I told her that, she said, okay, think of it this way. When you're playing the song, if you listen carefully, you're going to hear water running in the background. Well, I thought she was crazy, but I tried it. So I'm playing this song and I'm just listening for water, and son of a gun, I got through the song. And it was really at that moment in my life when I realized that music isn't about playing notes. It's all about creating stories, creating feelings, painting pictures. And she really made that happen for me and set me on this path that I've followed my entire life. And if you listen, towards the end of the song, I put a little water running in the background just as a final tribute to her for that.
What a tremendous influence a teacher can have on our musical development. I remember my musical teacher, when she left for another city, I literally stopped playing the violin. We're listening a song of thanks. In his review, the music critic Steve Shepard quotes Louis Colaiannia is one of this rare breed, and listening to a new Colaiannia release, Mysteria is like receiving a Christmas present early. I very much agree with it. What a nice way of acknowledging your new release.
You know, it really was a great review that he wrote, actually, the whole thing. I read that thing over and over and over again because it just makes me feel so good. But, to say that, listening to my music's like receiving an early Christmas present. How cool is that? It's just really cool. And thank you for agreeing with that, by the way. But it's a really cool way of acknowledging the new release, and I appreciate it. so much.
We're listening to Reconnection. Now, after your album is out, what's new on the horizon for Luis Colaiannia?
Well, I'm really hoping that the world stops being so crazy and we can do things like touring and performing again like we used to do. I really can't wait to get back out on the road and do some concerts and meet new people and share my music. I do have a new album in the works. I've got about 4 songs done on that. The next one I think is going to be a little more upbeat. These songs originally were going to be on Mysteria, but I think they were just too upbeat and it messed with the whole vibe of the whole new album Mysteria. So they're going to go on a new album of their own, but a little more upbeat. So that's what I have coming up. Thanks for asking.
Can't wait to hear it, Luis. And now let's listen to Lonely Bird. And now from the listeners of Light Lounge with Dimitri K, let's wish Luis Colaiannia good luck with his new album and ask him where the listeners can find Mysteria.
Dimitri, thank you so very much for having me on the Light Lounge here with you. It really is an honor to be here, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thanks for your wishes on the luck with the new album. People can get it virtually anywhere. It's going to be available Spotify, Pandora, of course, and then Amazon, iTunes, just about anywhere you can get digital music. And also my website, it's louismusic.com. That's Louis music.com. And again, thank you so much, Dimitri, for having me, and I wish you and all the people listening to stay safe and be happy, and let's take good care of each other. The world really needs that right now. Thanks everybody.
You're welcome, Luis. Good luck. And let's complete the interview with Mysteria and Old Mountain Town. You're listening to Light Lounge with Dimitri K. It's time to say goodbye. And remember, hesitation is temporary, music lasts forever. Most of the artists you heard on this show are independent artists. And if you like some of them, you can Google the name and find them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and the rest of the digital media, and that would be a great support for them. For any comments, suggestions and feedback, please email me at kopublishing@gmail.com. I'm Dimitri K, broadcasting from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida.